And we're following more breaking news today. Cracker Barrel says it is ditching its new logo after a wave of harsh backlash from customers. You can see the original logo there on your left, and then on the right, this is the more modern, minimalistic look that sparked all the controversy and sunk the restaurant chain's market value by nearly $100 million. Well, Cracker Barrel posted a statement saying in part, quote, "We thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain."
That was a $700 million marketing campaign, by the way, guys. I know a lot has happened since I've been gone. I was gone for a week. I was on a cruise, but I'm back. And in that time, Cracker Barrel decided to change its logo and then change it back due to the backlash. That was $700 million in marketing money that they spent on a rebrand fail. I mean, the logo was absolutely atrocious. I just don't understand why would they want to change this iconic logo for the more simplistic slop that all these companies are doing nowadays. That's the whole thing about Cracker Barrel. It's supposed to be a place that takes you back in time. And here's the way that I think about it too, that I think that they could have been a way where they could have changed the logo, modernized it, and got away with it. Had they kept the old man and the barrel right next to the newer logo and maybe keep the same kind of design but just update the letters, modernize the letters, I think they could have got away with it. It would have been technically essentially the same logo, but with a more modern look. That's the way I think that they could have gotten away with the rebrand. But the new one I don't even know what it reminded me of. It reminded me of, I don't know, what logo did it remind me of? But something just flat, bland. It was nothing. So the whole yellow box was supposed to be in the shape of a barrel, but if they don't tell you that, you can't even realize that's what it is. But can you believe that they spent $700 million on a marketing campaign to come up with that? They used 3 marketing firms for consultation purposes and spent $700 to come up with the shittiest logo I have ever seen in my life. For them to just change it back. You know what's crazy? The CEO came out and she was defending this prior to them changing the logo back. She was actually defending this, saying that she was getting overwhelmingly positive feedback from the customers. I don't know what customers she was talking to. Because when they rolled this out, nobody liked it. And I wouldn't be surprised if she got put on the chopping block. But since we didn't get to cover it when they first changed the logo, let's hear what she had to say, the CEO of Cracker Barrel had to say when they started the rebrand.
Now, with big changes at a restaurant chain that is an American staple, Cracker Barrel is renovating its locations, but many loyal customers say the change is removing what makes the restaurant such a great dining experience and taking to social media to voice their complaints. Well, join us now exclusively to talk.
Look at this slop. Look at all this. I don't know what it is with companies just going with everything is gray, everything is like just dull. There's no energy in anything. It just looks like just gray. It's like stepping into like a dystopian place, into a dystopian sort of future where everything is gray, your food is gray slop, everything around you is gray slop, the skies are gray, and it's just bad. Why do companies do this to themselves?
Talk about this is the CEO of Cracker Barrel, Julie Masino. Julie, thank you so much for joining us here on GMA. I want you to tell us about the redesign of Cracker Barrel and some of your response to the criticism.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. And if I can, I want to give a quick shout out to the 70,000 team members who bring the Cracker Barrel brand to life for our guests every single day. So to the remodels. I think what's important is that we are listening to our guests. We're doing this all for them. What they've said is they love the new seating. We're adding in booths, making the chairs more comfortable, putting...
Nobody said this. This is PR bullshit. She's just saying that to say, well, we tested it out and our customers loved it. No, they didn't. They didn't test it out. Nobody loved it. Maybe one or two people might have liked it. And they were probably transplants from New York because they don't even have this. I looked it up. I was like, maybe they ran the tests in New York City locations. Well, it turns out New York doesn't even have locations. They don't have Cracker Barrels. So it couldn't have been them. So maybe it was in southern stores and they just, maybe it wasn't, I don't know if they have any in Austin. But it had to have been in or near a super progressive city where the super progressives love this kind of slop, love this kind of garbage. That literally, I don't understand how they're saying that this brings the place back to life when everything is just great now. And it takes away from the character of what makes a Cracker Barrel restaurant a Cracker Barrel restaurant.
And new lighting, brightening up the paint color. But what's important is things that people love about Cracker Barrel, the soul of Cracker Barrel is not changing. The rocking chairs are still there, the fireplace is there, the peg game, all the things that make Cracker Barrel, the vintage decor, it's still there and it's working. The results affirm that we're headed in the right direction.
And this is...
I'm going to stop it right there. We're not going to listen to too much because, again, my point was to highlight the fact that she said that people were reacting positively to it. So why did the stock crash? Why did they stop getting customers? Why such a big backlash? This woman, I guarantee you, is a liberal woman who had never set foot in a Cracker Barrel in her life until she started interviewing for the CEO position. Or maybe until after she got it, where she's like, the job's secure now. It is my job to go ahead and go to these locations. And she decided, she comes from a liberal city, got her liberal education, and what best way to destroy a national brand than to slopify it, than to just turn it into gray matter, than to change the logo, the iconic logo that everyone knows and loves, and turn it into something flat and bland and boring. This was another woke rebrand that failed, kind of like Bud Light. And the comments reflect this too. I'll read you some of the comments on this video. Best part is she came on to push back against the criticism, not just to announce they're doing the soulless remodels. Move over, Bud Light. There's a new dumbest CEO in town. As a former marketing professor, I smell another case study of what not to do. Congrats on getting Bud Lighted. That's actually a term now, getting Bud Lighted. Never again will I step foot inside. The whole entire point of going to Cracker Barrel is because of the old school charm inside. Nobody wants this soulless corporate rebranding. Again, like I said, this wasn't done for the customers. This wasn't done with the approval or any sort of testing from the customers. This came from some soulless marketing campaign that aimed to destroy an iconic brand in America. Now, technology brands can get away with it because technology is something different. But if your whole shtick is that every time you step into Cracker Barrel, you are stepping back in time, why would you take that away? What sets you apart at that point from any other restaurant? Why wouldn't you just go to McDonald's or Red Robin or Applebee's or Chili's as opposed to going to Cracker Barrel if it all looks the same inside? Like, what is the appeal now for customers? Because if it's the food, yeah, the food, some people walk in for the food, but a lot of people walk in for the experience. But if you're not even offering the experience anymore, what are people going to your store for? What are people going to your restaurant for? No reason. But I think I've said enough about this topic, guys. Again, I was gone last week. This happened literally all within the span of a week. I was gone. They did they made the change, and then I came back. And by the time I came back, they had changed it back. It's insane how fast this controversy moved. But anyways, that's all I got for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with your friends. And if you have anything you want me to react to, be it relationships, any kind of video that you find crazy, anything interesting, my email's in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.